For my film review, I'll be going through the 1956 Japanese kaiju film Rodan, directed by Ishiro Honda. The story is set in a mining town called Kitsumatsu, where two miners go missing after the mine is mysteriously flooded. One of the miners, Yoshi, his body is found mutilated by Shigeru Kawamura. A group of miners and a police officer go to check it out, but they are found dead with the same injuries as Yoshi had. Shigeru later meets with his fiancée, Kyo, who's also Goro's brother, and their house gets attacked by a large insect creature. The police and others pursue the creature. The insect creature ends up killing two officers before fleeing back into the mine. The JSDF is dispatched for backup as police and soldiers go back into the mine shaft, but as they approach the giant insect, it emerges and chases them back up until Shigeru pushes a minecart towards them and crushing the giant bug. In the aftermath, they find a hole with more giant insects, but the mine caves in, trapping Shigeru in the cave while the others get to escape. A paleontologist named Dr. Kayashiro Kashiwaga explains that the giant insect is called a megalodon, a type of dragonfly larva that lived on Earth millions of years ago, but is cut off when an earthquake shakes the town, and they're worried because it could also trigger the nearby Mount Aso to erupt. As the police investigate, they find Shigeru around the mountain staggering, but he can't remember how he got there due to amnesia. Across Southeast Asia, reports of a UFO that's able to break the sound barrier begins to arise, but after a couple disappear back in Japan, they leave behind a camera with the film still intact. They're able to recover it and reveals that the UFO to actually look like the wing of a pterodon, an extinct flying reptile. While in hospital, Shigeru regains his memory after seeing a hatching bird egg, remembering the cave-in being surrounded by hundreds of megalodon and a giant egg which hatches a pterodon-like monster who feeds on these giant insects. He names the creature Rodon and believes the creature to have hatched due to the hydrogen bomb testing. The JSDF attempts to stop Rodon with rockets and tanks, but it has no effect on the monster. Then a second Rodon appears and joins in on the destruction as they go on to destroy the town of Yahata. In a final attempt to kill the Rodons, the JSDF evacuates the local area to bomb Mount Aso into exploding. As it begins, Shigeru looks out and sees Kyo as they watch as the rockets crash into the mountain, causing it to erupt. One of the Rodon can't make it out of the volcano and gets caught in the lava. The other one also descends into the lava as well, as it would rather die than live without its companion. For my character analysis, I've chosen the protagonist of the film, Shigeru Kawamura, played by Kenji Sahara. Shigeru is an engineer at the coal mine. After he receives a call about the mysterious flooding in the mine, he is the one that finds Yoshi's body, and he also must comfort his fiancée Kyo, who's worried about her brother, who also went missing in the mine, also because people in the town believe her brother killed Yoshi. As he's comforting her, a giant insect attacks Kyo's house. Shigeru leaves the police after the creature is spotted on a hill. After the creature escapes back into the mine, Shigeru kills the giant insect by pushing mine carts down the track, crashing into the monster. Shigeru and others are able to find Goro's body, but Shigeru gets trapped in the cave after Megalodon attacks the group. Shigeru is later found but has complete amnesia, but later recovers in hospital after Kyo shows him the eggs her birds had, causing him to regain his memory, remembering the Rodon's egg and the hundreds of Megalodon. Shigeru and a group of scientists and policemen return to the mine and find a piece of the egg, confirming what Shigeru remembered. In the finale, as Shigeru waits for the JSDF to attack Mount Aso, he sees Kyo climbing up the hill, runs towards her as she tells him she could not be without him. They both return to safety as they watch the Rodons die together in the fire and lava of Mount Aso. The biggest changes to Shigeru's character are his memory loss and how his bond grows deeper with Kyo. Kyo risks her life to be with Shigeru as she can't live without him. This parallels the relationship with the Rodons and how after one Rodon can't make it out of the volcano and gets caught in the lava, the other one descends into the lava as well because one can't live without the other. One of the messages of this movie is the dangers of nuclear war, as Rodon is a representation of the nuclear threat from the Soviet Union, as through the 1950s, the Russians began creating and testing hydrogen bombs, which had the potential to be 100 times more powerful than an atomic bomb. In the film, Dr. Kashiwagi theorizes that hydrogen bomb testing could have been the reason why Rodon re-emerged after 200 million years. Overall, I liked this film. I thought it was really interesting. Its use of special effects were groundbreaking for the time it was produced. The story has a good pace and a great mix of suspense, action, horror, and romance elements. Unfortunately, at this point, the film is a bit of a victim of its age, with the costumes for the giant insects and the Rodon being a little more funny than scary at this point. Many of the scenes are very dark due to poor lighting, technology, and fewer ways of video editing and coloring. Rodon was one of the few color films produced in Japan in 1956, as only 10% of films that year were shot in color. Overall, I really enjoyed watching the movie. It was a good watching experience. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.